Hi, this is Becky Nunn, guest designer for Beadaholique. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about how to make a ring using resin that we have colorized with opaque pigments into a ring shank. What you'll need for this video is you'll need to have a ring shank, and on this particular ring we're going to be gluing a couple of little embellishments onto the top. You'll also need 2 mixing cups. You'll need to have watched how to colorize 2-part resin with opaque pigments. You'll also need E6000, a couple of stir sticks that I just cut in half, and a toothpick. For creating a flat surface that is completely level, I used my mixing cup and my 2 little stir sticks to create a flat place where my ring shank could sit. With my resin that I've already put opaque pigment in, I'll just go ahead and drizzle that into my bezel. Depending on how long you let your resin sit, it starts getting thicker and thicker, and my resin has been sitting a little bit. But you can still see that it's good for filling up my ring shank. Since I'll be gluing a couple of pieces onto the top of this, I want it to be nice and flat and level. So I'm making sure that I don't over pour my piece. As it dries, you'll want to be continuing to come back and take a look at it to make sure that you don't have any air bubbles. But even those air bubbles that you saw form, they just rise to the surface and they pop. If they aren't popping, you'll want to use your Q-tip, or your toothpick, to get them out. Once you've poured your resin in, you're going to want to put a little top over your ring to prevent any kind of dust from getting into the piece. After 24 hours, your ring should be set and it'll be hard and dry to the touch. I put a little bit of the E6000 onto my sheet, and using a toothpick, I'm just applying a small amount onto the back of my embellishment. Depending on how stable your finger is, you might want to use a pair of tweezers, but I'm just going to go for it, see how we do. So I'm going to apply my crown onto the surface of the ring. And now I'm going to apply my star. I like doing it this way because I can control exactly how much glue I'm putting in there so I don't have a lot of excess squeezing out the sides. And if I do, I can pick it up with my toothpick. Right there. How cool is that? So once my E6000 is glued on, I will have a great ring to wear. This is Becky Nunn with Nunn Design, guest designer on Beadaholique, showing how to make fun rings with colorizing pigments into 2-part resin.